Kawai pianos are selected in international piano competitions and played by some of the world's finest pianists. We have been crafting pianos for nearly 100 years, maintaining the traditional processes of our founders. This rich history is embedded in our digital pianos and reflected in our industry-leading wooden key actions. Let's take a look at the keyboard action of a grand piano and see how it influences the latest Grand Feel actions. A grand piano keyboard action has 88 keys, with each black and white key made of wood. The Grand Feel keyboard actions found in Kawai's CA series digital pianos are similar to that of a grand piano. Each black and white key is also made entirely of wood. Kawai introduced the world's first wooden key digital piano keyboard action almost 40 years ago. These actions reproduced various characteristics of a grand piano action, delivering highly authentic key touch. On this grand piano action sample, we can see how the keyboard moves like a seesaw. When the front of the key is pushed down, the back lifts up. Similarly, on this Grand Feel action sample, we can see the same seesaw-like key movement. Pressing the front of the key causes the back to lift up. By contrast, most digital piano keyboard actions use keys made of plastic rather than wood. Moreover, they do not adopt the important seesaw movement in order to prioritize size and production cost. So as we can see, one of the most important characteristics of Kawai's Grand Feel action is that it reproduces the seesaw-like key movement of a grand piano action. As we have seen, when the front of a grand piano key is pressed, the back of the key lifts up. This activates the hammer, which strikes the string to produce the sound of the note. When a Grand Feel action key is pressed, the back of the key lifts up in the same way. This also activates the hammer, which pushes a sensor instead of striking the string. So once again, we can see that Kawai's Grand Feel action shares the same hammer movement and operational flow as a grand piano action. Depending on the piece of music, it may be necessary to press keys at different points along the key surface. Key pivot length affects the force required to press a key from the front to the back of the playing surface. In this comparison, we can see that Kawai's Grand Feel action shares the same key pivot length as a grand piano action. Kawai produces two types of wooden key action, the full Grand Feel 3 action and the Grand Feel compact action with slightly shorter keys and pivot length. As on a grand piano, the balance pins for black keys are positioned slightly further back than for white keys. Black key sticks are shorter than white key sticks, so this helps to further ensure consistent touch weight. Grand Feel action wooden keys are also laminated, making them more resistant to warping and twisting. These actions do not require adjustment by a piano tuner and are developed to essentially be maintenance-free. When playing an acoustic grand piano with force, bass notes have greater resistance than treble notes. However, when playing softly, there is a consistent resistance from the bass region to the treble. These distinct characteristics allow pianists to perform complex pieces with varying dynamics seamlessly. The hammers that strike the strings affect the different degrees of resistance when playing with force. Hammers in the bass region are larger and heavier, while hammers in the treble region are smaller and lighter. Grand Feel keyboard actions also use different hammer sizes and weights for each playing range. This feature reproduces the satisfying fortissimo touch characteristics of a grand piano. In addition, grand piano keys often incorporate small counterweights at different points of the key. These added weights ensure consistent touch across the keyboard when playing softly. Grand Feel actions also incorporate small counterweights attached beneath the keys. The position of these counterweights is staggered, providing a light, agile touch from bass to treble. The up and down motion of a grand piano key is guided by a metal front pin. Special felt material lining the key creates the distinctive friction feeling as it moves. Grand Feel keys are also supported by front pins and lined with the same special felt material. This results in a satisfying key press feeling, almost indistinguishable from that of a grand piano. The Grand Feel action's weighted hammers and wooden keys are cushioned by micro-engineered materials. These help to greatly reduce key and action noise without sacrificing touch feeling. Kawai's Grand Feel wooden key keyboard actions are supported by almost 40 years of development history. These actions incorporate many of the important characteristics of an acoustic grand piano keyboard, making them the ideal choice for musicians of all ages and abilities seeking an authentic piano playing experience. For more information about Kawai CA series digital pianos, please refer to the links in the video description. Thanks for watching.